outside Williams. Here is Hairston, guarded by McLemore. 4 on the shot clock. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. Pass to Rondo. Rudy Gay on the wing. Defended by Batum. And Cousins throws it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Rondo against Walker. Connects in the foul line jumper. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Hornets. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Nicholas Batum.
And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
Rudy Gay hits them both. And for the Hornets, they seemed to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that and were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And, you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injuries.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Bellinelli in for McLemore. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Let's take a look here at the Kings and how they're stacking up as this season ramps up right now. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Fourth in fast break points. And they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
You know, you go back to their three-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
Here's Kufis. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Kufis has got his third basket of the night.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Rondo passes to Gay. Kufis dishes to Gay. Charity stripe shot. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Hairston. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Hairston's got 5 points so far. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes. And the Kings last season struggled with just about everybody. And the Eastern Conference was no different. Just couldn't get the wins they needed to keep pace in their conference.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Anderson in for Rajon Rondo. Kaminsky misses.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Clark, the Kings last season only 11 wins in 30 games against the Eastern Conference. So he had more out of the conference wins than the Wolves last season. That was not a good number.
Yeah, and the Kings didn't have a winning record against any Eastern Division either. So you can't make up ground in the West if you can't beat the teams in the East.
Hairston with the steal.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
It's Jefferson outside. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Sacramento. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. They've got Batum. Jeremy Lin is out there with Hairston. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there. Gay drives in. Misses from short range.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
That's good. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Lets it go from the wing. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Uses the glass to drop it in. 9 points for Frank Kaminsky. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game. Hawes with the block. Here is Hairston. To the middle. Hangs. And Zeller with the lay-in. Now it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Lin against Rondo. Lin kicks to Hawes. Clock at 6. Here's Hairston. Can't hit. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And even 3-on-3 break. McLemore, the pass to Cousins. Outside Rondo. Back to Cousins. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
And the Hornets call time here. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Hawes. Jefferson comes in for Zane. Lamb is checked in for Hairston. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Already he has 5 turnovers so far. That's not the strongest game for him in that regard.
It's tipped. Batum with the steal. Here's Lamb. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's 15 points for Lamb.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Here's Jefferson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, and I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
Here's Rondo. Here's Cauley Stein. He feeds it to Cousins. Gay dishes to Bellinelli. Second chance shot. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Gay.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. The pass to Jefferson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never go it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Bellinelli with the 3.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
The drive by Gay. Here's Cousins. Money!
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Gay passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Cousins. Yes!
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
And the Hornets call time here. They're down by 1. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
And so here's Charlotte. And here is Kaminsky. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.